Hello, Anna. Hope you feel a little bit better. Well, a little bit about my material exploration. I'll go through this pretty fast, but I am exploring with fabric and I really like how light goes through it, the texture that it has. This is a side note that I found this lights and just putting the fabric on top and how the different colored lights generate different things. And we talked about doing a light for kids and something that is playful, dynamic, that it could be interacted with. So we talked about the mountain shape and the drop fabric like form. And these were the fabrics that I've tested with. So one that it's the upholstered one is more rigid, and then the other one is softer and it's more see-through than the totally see-through fabric. And some colored fabrics that I have this one, the light blue and the dark blue that is here. And I did some experiments with balloon and PVC glue and water. And with this one, for example, I cut a lot of stripes of fabric and I layered them, and it was quite interesting how on the layered you could see the light through it. And then with this one, I have it at uni, so I don't have a proper picture, but it's something like that one. And then I tried with wrapping a whole balloon with a blue fabric. Again, I have that at uni, but I really like how the contrast between the bright color and this really neutral color. And I'm always trying to think like, what would Jam Jam Factory do, and having the Jam Factory range in my head. I was trying to do the mountain here, but with the balloons, I thought that it was too rounded. So I started using different things, objects. I don't know, it's probably a vinegar thing and a jar. And then how I was thinking how I would interact with how kids would interact with it, and how I would cut it. And I ended up cutting it with a more of an organic shape and form. And then this is just a really interesting thing. I just copied the texture of the fabric on clay, and I think it's really interesting, but I don't think I will be using it for this project. That was super brittle and broke a lot. So I ended up sitting down and drawing some shapes and thinking about trees, clouds, and that shape, that drop fabric the other way around, or maybe adding a base to that drop fabric. And I really like the rounded one that it reminds me of the moon. So I started thinking about this, and maybe that moon can even move. That might be too literal though. So I used this molds, the thermoform plastic molds, and I started wrapping some fabric to it and looking how all the different fabrics react. The upholstered one was too stiff and hard, so I couldn't do it. But all these were pretty interesting. And then I did a base with the same mold with clay. I have it here. And I added a hole here for the switch, that the switch can go through, and then a little hole here to incorporate the switch to the base. And the idea is that these cups that I was doing go on top of it. They sit on top of it. Here are all the cups that I tried, and I really liked how the lights goes through it. And this is a super see-through fabric that I used 3 layers, and then some colored fabric and some other things. And this is the final look. Playing around with the cups there. I think it's really nice. I'll probably cut the base and use a smaller base because I think it might be too much. But then here I'm doing some CAD models and thinking on how all those things will be joined, and the colors of everything. Probably using some bright colors for the places where the joints are. And yeah, that is it for the moment. there's a lot to talk about, but it's so little time. So bye bye.